Is Canelo washed up now at 35 years old?
Oh, I don't know. Boxing is a lot of wear and tear on the body. Maybe so.
Saudis paid Canelo heavily to lose, while I was paid heavily to win. That's the difference. I earned money by winning, while they had to sacrifice their record for money. Floyd is different. These were Floyd Mayweather's exact words in a recent interview when asked about the Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford fight. The relationship between Mayweather and Crawford is already messy, especially after Floyd claimed Canelo was paid by Turkey Alalshik to lose the fight, and even
wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me?
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd?
I don't know. I thought you'd hesitate maybe even a bit, but no.
Nah, not at all. That's one of my favorite. Using what he got to shoot. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter, though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his way.
To this came after Floyd's call out of Crawford for a 2026 fight, which Crawford quickly dismissed. In a now-deleted tweet, Mayweather posted his betting slip along with a message, "Who says no to me versus Bud?" In a battle of the GOATs. Crawford's response, however, was far from encouraging, as others insist Mayweather's defensive brilliance remains untouchable.
That you would take a professional bout in the future after Mike, or is that off the table?
Let's own it. Let's own it. It's been talks. It's possible.
Okay, so not totally against that possibility.
Pointed with Crawford's reaction, Floyd doubled down. He declared himself greater than both Canelo Alvarez and Mike Tyson, since, according to him, they both lost fights for big paydays, Canelo against Crawford and Tyson against Jake Paul. Floyd added that Canelo could have fought better, thrown more punches, and looked sharper, but was paid to hold back. These claims shocked the boxing world, given Floyd and Crawford were once close. Floyd had also bet against Canelo in that fight, but comments from Crawford's camp, suggesting Crawford is the better fighter, seemed to have frustrated him. The boxing world has no shortage of comparisons, but few are as heated as Mayweather versus
the Crawford-Canelo fight, and you had a Cavs hat on. This time you've got a GOAT hat on. Is that how you're feeling? I know it says Muhammad Ali, but is that how you're feeling about Bud's performance, about his whole career?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that way, man. The GOAT. Greatest of all time, man. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to his coaches. Not just me, Saul Red, Bernie, Chet, nutritionists, everybody played a part.
Canelo said he's way better than Mayweather. What do you think to that?
Who, Terence?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Of course he is.
For the debate reignited after Crawford's stunning win over Canelo Alvarez at Allegiant Stadium, making him the first male boxer in the four-belt era to become undisputed in 3 divisions. What should have been a night of celebration quickly turned into a global debate. When Canelo boldly said at the press conference, "I think Crawford is much better than Mayweather." That statement set the boxing world on fire, and Crawford's trainer, Brian "Bomac" McIntyre, wasted no time adding fuel. Clear is that both
wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me?
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd?
I don't know. I thought you'd hesitate maybe even a bit, but no.
In an interview with Fight Hub TV, Bomac wore a hat labeled GOAT and made it clear he believes Crawford is the greatest of all time. He credited Crawford's success not only to his talent, but also to the entire team behind him, who helped him dominate 3 divisions in a way no one else has. When asked about Canelo's comment, his response was blunt. "Who, Terence? Of course he is. Of course, he's better." Men represent different eras, with unique styles that elevated boxing. The
Who thinks better out of those two? Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. He's actually, he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fight. It's really good too, though. You can knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician.
For Bomac, there's no debate Crawford has already passed what Mayweather represented in the ring. Still, Crawford himself stayed calm and respectful. After his win over Alvarez, he avoided direct comparisons, saying Floyd was the greatest of his era. I'm the greatest of mine. We don't need to compare. His words showed respect for Mayweather, but they didn't stop fans and experts from fueling the controversy. As Crawford versus Mayweather debate is just beginning again after Canelo's remarks and
Crawford against Mayweather, right? How do you think a fight between both of them turn out?
If Mayweather gets hit with Crawford like I hit him and rocked, it might not end well for Mayweather. They might be over it. But Mayweather could outbox Crawford, I think, because Crawford has the mindset that I'm trying to knock you out. And Mayweather knows how to play to that I'm trying to knock you out type of thing. Because he's used to people coming at him, trying to hit him hard all the time. I like Crawford's style of fighting, the way he's going to come after him. Mayweather? Okay, let's do this. Money Mayweather, I think Crawford beats.
Okay. Pretty boy.
Pretty boy, I don't know. I think Pretty Boy, it might be Pretty Boy. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking, because he's ball.
Mayweather beat a young Canelo in 2013, while Crawford defeated a far more experienced version of the Mexican star. Giving weight to the new narrative, analyst Stephen A. Smith also added his perspective. He praised Crawford's greatness, saying Bud not only outboxed Canelo, but also traded punches, handled pressure, and came out stronger. Still, Smith pointed out the big difference. Floyd was a defensive wizard. You could barely hit him. Asterisk, 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 according to Smith. That's the crucial divide. Crawford's toughness and pressure define him, while Mayweather's nearly perfect.
When I looked at it, he came out in the southpaw stance and he took Canelo's jab away from him. As you know, if you take a fighter's jab away from them, then it's hard for them to really land. You force them to use one shot, and he forced them to use his backhand, his rear hand. Crawford was ready for the loop in the right hands.
Mosley, who once tried to take Floyd's head off in 2010, also weighed in. Despite their rivalry, Mosley acknowledged Floyd's greatness, though he questioned the label. TBE the best ever. After Crawford's victory over Canelo, Mosley admitted, I think Crawford is better. He's a better all-around fighter. Defense defined his era. The boxing world is split. Some argue Crawford has already surpassed Floyd, while 50 tried, 50 failed. But what if Crawford had been number 51, at long arms and size? It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter. Mosley admitted that while Crawford's defense is slick, Floyd took defense.
Because Canelo after the fight said that Crawford was way better than Floyd. You know Crawford, you know Canelo, you know Floyd. What do you think? Who would win in a fight?
My man. I have to disagree because Floyd Mayweather toyed.
And before the fight, Mosley doubted Crawford could beat Canelo, noting Crawford was nearly 3 years older and had spent much of his career fighting two to 3 divisions lower. But none of that mattered. Crawford won a close but clear decision and became a 3-division undisputed champion. Now fans and pundits are imagining fantasy matchups. Mayweather always reminded people to think Crawford would have had the edge.
And that challenge for him pushed him even harder to train harder and to be better. That challenge, went up against Canelo, moving up 2 divisions, hearing that people are saying, oh, he didn't look too good against Madrimov, so how could he look good at 68? Well, that motivated more, man. He trained hard.
Yeah, Henry.
He needs to rematch. If I'm Canelo, I want to rematch Terence Crawford. He got schooled, bro. He got outboxed, dude, by Terence Crawford. And I know that he's itching to get that one back. The first time he fought Triple G, and he came back the second time, and he legit beat Triple G.
Once in a lifetime fight, it doesn't need to be a rematch. I think Bud would do worse the next fight. He would put it on.
Work on what you need to work on. Put your head down and grind. You get results like this.
I noticed that when I was watching the fight that Terence Crawford specifically, whichever side that Canelo threw at him, Terence would respond with a shot from that side as well. Did you see that in the tape that you watched of Canelo's?
Worse than that, because that style of fight, I don't think he beats someone like Terence Crawford. But if I'm Terence Crawford, of course I'll fight him again. But this time, I'm the A side. I think Terence Crawford is going to be more confident next time, knowing that I can punch with this guy. I can take his shot. I'm faster.
He fought Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
He didn't do what the last two did.